Don't leave your money sitting in the bank. Every day that passes, that money loses value without you even noticing. Thousands of people do the same as you. They save out of fear of investing and end up watching their account never grow. But today, you'll learn the story of Pablito, an ordinary young man who decided to stop waiting and take action. He only had $100 in his account, and instead of keeping it, he decided to make it work for him. He searched for ideas online until he found something that caught his attention: the power of digital marketing. Pablito wasn't an expert, but he understood the basics. He could use his phone and social media to sell products without having a physical store. He bought his first discounted product with that $100, something simple that people were already looking to buy. Then he created an Instagram account and started posting attractive content about the product. The first days were tough. Almost no one saw him, but he kept posting videos and small promotions. In the second week, something changed. One post went viral and sales started coming in. Pablito reinvested every profit into more products and advertising, and little by little, he started seeing real results. In less than a month, his account went from $100 to over $10,000. It wasn't luck, it was strategy, consistency, and decision. While others kept saving their money, waiting for the perfect moment, Pablito was already gaining experience and results. His secret was simple: understanding that money doesn't grow when it stays still, and that action, no matter how small, is always worth more than fear. After seeing the first results, Pablito understood something fundamental. Money doesn't multiply when you protect it, but when you move it. So he decided to split his profits, one part to reinvest and another to learn. He bought an affordable course on social media ads, and with that information, he began optimizing his campaigns. The ads now reached the right people, and every dollar invested in advertising returned 3. Pablito was no longer selling by chance. He had a system. He knew how much to invest, what content worked, and how to turn visits into customers. Meanwhile, others kept waiting to have more money to start, not realizing that the important thing was to begin with what they already had. And that's what made the difference. As his business grew, Pablito learned another powerful lesson. There's no investment more valuable than knowledge, because a prepared person can multiply any amount, even $100, if they know how to do it. Pablito began teaching others what he had learned. He made small free tutorials on social media, and with that, his audience also grew. Now, he wasn't just earning from sales, but also from the attention his content generated. The algorithm rewarded him with more reach, and every day he received new interested customers. His story began to inspire thousands of people who, just like him, believed that $100 wasn't enough. But Pablito had already proven otherwise, because in the digital world, knowledge, strategy, and action are worth more than capital. With the growth of his business, Pablito noticed something important. It wasn't just about making quick money, but about building something sustainable. So he began reinvesting a portion of his profits into tools that saved him time. He paid for subscriptions to automation, design, and more precise advertising platforms. While others spent everything they earned, Pablito made his money work quietly, even while he slept. His focus completely changed from consumer to creator. Every dollar he earned had a mission to generate more value. And there, he understood the difference between spending and investing. Spending gives you momentary satisfaction. Investing gives you freedom. Pablito set clear goals: to double his income every month and diversify his sources of revenue. He began exploring other niches like digital products and affiliate marketing, where he could generate income without managing inventory. He created small courses, recommended useful tools, and earned automatic commissions for every sale. That was the moment his income skyrocketed. Instead of chasing money, Pablito focused on creating value, and the money followed. His business no longer depended on luck or a single source. It was a solid system, built step by step, and best of all, he had achieved it starting with just $100. His story became an example of what happens when knowledge, consistency, and action come together. Because you don't need a large amount to start, just a big decision. And Pablito had already made his. With his business already generating steady income, Pablito understood that the next step wasn't earning more, but learning to manage what he earned. He started dividing his money into 3 parts, one for reinvestment, one for savings, and one for enjoyment. This simple organization allowed him to stay in control and keep growing without losing direction. He no longer saw money as a reward, but as a tool. He learned that the wealthy don't save money, they move it strategically. That's why he decided to open a business account, separating his personal life from his financial growth. He began planning his expenses and creating an investment fund to scale his projects more intelligently. His goal was no longer just to have money, but to build freedom, and he understood that financial freedom doesn't come from luck, but from daily decisions. While many kept searching for the perfect business, Pablito focused on improving his own every day. His income no longer depended on a single source. He earned from sales, courses, and commissions. Every click, every sale, and every recommendation brought him closer to his goal of independence. What started with just $100 had already become a solid structure. But the most important thing wasn't the money, it was the mindset he had developed. Because a financially educated mind can start over 1,000 times and always succeed again. Pablito now had something money can't buy: confidence in his ability to create wealth. 1 month later, Pablito checked his account, and he couldn't believe it. He had surpassed $10,000. It wasn't luck, it was discipline, consistency, and vision. He had gone from worrying about how to make money to thinking about how to grow it. His friends asked him how he had done it, and he simply replied, "I learned to use money as a tool." That phrase became his personal motto. Over time, Pablito understood that it's not about the starting amount, but about how you think when you have it. And anyone can start with little, if they are willing to learn a lot. Today, Pablito continues investing, diversifying, and teaching others what he once had to discover for himself. His story wasn't a stroke of luck, but the result of small, well-made decisions. Because in the real world, those who succeed aren't the smartest, but the most consistent. And if Pablito did it with just $100, what's stopping you from starting today? Sometimes the hardest step is simply taking the first one. Stop waiting for the perfect moment and start building it. Because financial freedom doesn't come with luck, it comes with action. So today, take those $100 and start your own path to $10,000. Don't leave it in the bank. Make it work for you. Your financial future starts now. And remember, money doesn't change people. It only shows who they really are. Choose to be the version that acts, not the one that only dreams. Because if Pablito could, you can too. Before finishing, Pablito leaves a question for you. If you had $100 today, what would you invest it in to multiply it?